Hello children, welcome to my video session. Today I have taken up a topic, diversity in living organism. Under this topic, the subtopic we have selected today, that is plant kingdom and its classification. Previously we have discussed about three other kingdom in five kingdom system of R.H. Whitaker, that is kingdom Monera, Protista and fungi. Today I am taking up plant kingdom or kingdom Plantae. Now before I go in detail about the plant kingdom, its classification, let me give you an outer sketch of plant classification. That is, Plantae members or plants can broadly be categorized into two part or two category. One, that is plant without having differentiated plant body. Plant without differentiated plant body. And the other group is plant with differentiated plant body. With differentiated plant body. What does it mean? It means that plant body is not differentiated into separate root, stem or leaf. It is just like a thallus. Example, members belonging to this, so many examples are there, but those plants under this category we call Thallophyta. Thallophyta. And plant with differentiated plant body, this can further be divided into two categories based on whether they have well defined vascular tissue or without vascular tissue. So plant without vascular system. Or plant without vascular tissue. And here in other category, plant with vascular tissue. So plant without vascular tissue. All the bryophytes are coming under this category. So this category members are belonging to Bryophyta. Bryophyta. And here the plants with vascular tissue, those who are having vascular bundle, xylem and phloem, that is further categorized into plant without seed. Plant without seed. That is pteridophytes. and plant with seed. This plant with seed are further categorized into naked seeded plant, naked seeded plant. The members are gymnosperm. And covered seeded plant. They are the angiosperm. Further, this covered seeded plant or angiosperms are divided based on how many cotyledons are there in their seed. So, angiosperm further categorized into monocot or monocotyledons and dicotyledons. Based on seed with single cotyledon, with single cotyledon, seed having two cotyledon. So this classification chart will help you. Just a bit exercise is required to remember this. So let me repeat again. Plant broadly categorized into whether the plant is having differentiated structure, that is root, stem or leaf or not. Based on that, plant without differentiated plant body, that is Halophyta. Plant with differentiated plant body, here the plants are having differentiated plant parts. This is further differentiated, divided on the basis of whether they have vascular tissue in their body or not. If there is no vascular tissue, separate, no vascular system, that is another category called Bryophyta. And plants with vascular tissue, those who are having vascular tissue, they are further categorized into two groups. One group, plant without seed, that means naked embryo called spore. They are the pteridophytes. And plant with seed, those who are having seed, the seed may be covered within the fruit or seed may be naked. If the seed is naked, means not covered by fruit, that means fruit is not covering the seed, seed is visible from outside, that is gymnosperm. And covered seeded, that is where the seed is covered by fruit, they are the angiosperms. Angiosperms are further divided into number of cotyledons in their seed. If single cotyledon is there, that is under monocotyledon or monocotyledony. And if the seed is having two cotyledon, that is dicotyledon. Now one after another we shall discuss. Halophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, Gymnosperm and Angiosperm in detail. So I suppose this sketch of classification will be very helping you to remember how the plants are classified. Now Let us go in detail about one by one: Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, Gymnosperm and Angiosperm. So, we shall be first taking up Thallophyta. Thallophyta. So, thallophyte as it has been told, the plant member under this category, they do not have separate leaf, stem and root. That is, plant body is just like a thallus-like structure. All the members of Thallophyta are not having differentiated root, stem and leaf. Just a thallus-like structure. All the algae belongs to Thallophyta, whether it is Phaeophyceae, Chlorophyceae or Rhodophyceae. This classification of Thallophyta further, that is algae further into Chlorophyceae, Phaeophyceae and Rhodophyceae, it is not required for your standard. So for your standard, what you are supposed to learn is the characteristics, that is they do not have separate root, stem and leaf. Only thallus-like structure. Let me give you the example. Say Chara. Say Ulva. Say Cladophora. Cladophora. Or say very common example, everywhere in fresh water you can see Spirogyra. So let me draw the diagram of Chara, a very simple diagram. Chara plant found in fresh water. Looking like this. This is a Chara plant found in fresh water. Do not have separate leaf, stem and root, just like thallus-like structure. Very simplified diagram of Chara plant. This is Chara, a member of Thallophyte. Then Spirogyra, very commonly available. Algae, Spirogyra. This is algae cara. Cell wall, a ribbon shape. Plastid spiranoid, the nucleus, a big size vacuole. This is the nucleus. Sometimes vacuole is so big that it is covering most of the parts. This is the nucleus, pyrenoid. Nucleus is the vacuole. So this is Spirogyra. Like Cladophora, another example I am giving you, this Cladophora, very simple example. Cladophora. So this is Cladophora, this one. So these all are belongs to Thallophyta. Is it clear? I suppose you could easily draw the diagram. This is Cara, Spirogyra, Cladophora. Some other members are there like Ulva. So all the algae belongs to this Thallophyta, which do not have any separate root or stem or leaf, just like a thallus-like body. So this is about Thallophyta. Now we shall be talking to you about Bryophyta. So let me rub this part so that we can proceed for Bryophyta. So next member is Bryophyta. Bryophyta, as the sketch I have given, they have well differentiated stem-like or leaf-like structure, but even then there is no true root, but a leaf or stem-like structure is there, but there is no vascular system. So Bryophyta. Best example like Rixia, like Markensia, like Funaria. So Rixia, Markensia, Funaria, these are the members belongs to Bryophyta. So let me draw the diagram of Funaria. One member, very important member of Bryophytes, Funaria. Very simple diagram for you so that you can easily draw it and understand the concept. Leaf-like structures. Covering the bottommost part. This is Funaria. The body is having two broad categories of part. One is gametophytic body, the other is sporophytic body. Sporophytic body grows over the gametophytic body. This is the member of Funaria. Let me give you one more example, Rixia. How very easy way you can draw a diagram. Rixia. Members of Bryophytes, Rixia. Members of Bryophytes. Rixia. Very simple way you can draw the diagram of Rixia. So here the plant belongs to Bryophyta. They have leaf-like or stem-like structure, but they do not have a root. So here again the plants are not very much well differentiated, but still a differentiation tendency of having a root-like or stem-like structure is there. Now coming to the point of Pteridophyta. Pteridophytus. So let me rub this part. I hope the diagram is very clear to you. Now coming to the point of Pteridophyta. So the members of, let me rub this part to make some space. Pteridophyta. Pteridophytes are having well differentiated root, stem and leaf, and they have vascular tissue for conduction of water and minerals. That means they have well differentiated root, stem and leaf and well organized vascular tissue. Now let me give an example of the member Marcellia. Or say fern, or say Marcellia. Very commonly available both these plants. So let me draw these are the members of Pteridophytes. To example, I have given you Marcellia and fern. Both are very commonly available in moist, shady place. So let me draw the diagram of Marcellia or fern. So first of all, Marcellia. I am drawing the diagram of Marcellia. This is a diagram of Marcellia. Roots, Marcellia leaves, so very easy way one can draw the diagram. Here are the roots. Leaves, root. So this is the leaf, root, stem. This is sporocarp. So Marsilia, another example we can give, that is fern. These are all belongs to Pteridophyta. Pteridophyta Marsilia. These plant members have vascular tissue for conduction of water, mineral and prepared food from one part to other part of the plant body. Whereas if you see the members of Bryophyta, they do not have vascular tissue. Now coming to the point of next plant category, that is Gymnosperm. So let me rub this part. Now Gymnosperm. Gymnosperm, the most fundamental character by which we can easily by naked eye say this is the plant belongs to Gymnosperm. What is it? The seeds are clearly visible from outside by naked eye. That is, naked seeded plant. Seeds are not covered. That is naked seeded plant. These are further categorized into Cycadaceae, Pinaceae and Knitaceae. We can give the example of Cycadaceae, cycas, Pinaceae, pine, and Knitaceae, knitum. So this is Gymnosperm. Gymnosperms are woody plant, perennial and evergreen, have a long woody stem, or sometimes may not have that much long woody stem like ginkgo, which is quite smaller in size, but they are all having true seed. And seed is the product of sexual reproduction. The members are cycas, pinus and knitum. Woody stem, having woody stem, evergreen plant, perennial. They can survive for many years even, and their stems sometime can go up to 60 to 70 meters or even more in length. So this is the perennial plant and having woody texture and evergreen plant. But the most fundamental characteristic, that is seed are not covered within the fruit. So seeds are visible from outside. Now coming to the member of Angiosperm. Angiosperm. As I have told you, Angiosperm can be, that is, monocotyledons and dicotyledons. What is monocotyledons? I told you in my sketch. That means seed is having a single cotyledon. Remember, the most fundamental characteristics of angiosperm is the seed is covered within fruit. So they can be monocotyledons, they can be dicotyledons. Monocotyledons, seed is having single cotyledon. Here the seed is having two cotyledon. Say for example of monocot, all the members of family Gramineae or Poaceae like paddy, like wheat, these all are belongs to monocot. Paddy, wheat, dicot. Say for example, you can take the example of all the pulses and almost all the flowering plants are, except monocot, that means paddy, wheat or other Gramineae or Poaceae members, dicotyledon like mango, like lychee, like jackfruit, like blackberry, all are belonging to this category dicotyledon. Further division we can go further for classification of, but up to your 9th standard. This much is, I suppose, sufficient for you just to remember and have a recapitulation. That is how, with the help of a sketch, I have categorized the plants into different category, and I have given with the help of diagram also the members of Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, Gymnosperm and Angiosperm. With this, for today, thank you for attending my video session. Thank you and welcome to my next class.